everyone, welcome to the channel. In this studio vlog, we are going to be finalizing my latest surface pattern design collection called Sea Whisper. I'm really excited about that and to show you guys what that looks like. Then we're going to be doing some loose painting in my sketchbook inspired by Georgia O'Keeffe. And finally, we're going to be starting the very basics for the next collection. So I don't know if that's going to be sketching or if we're just going to be brainstorming, but that's how it all starts. So if you're interested in seeing any of that, hang out with me, grab a cup of coffee, grab a tea, grab a blanket, whatever makes you feel cozy, and let's get into this.
Go ahead and do that thing so that way we can stay connected.
The first thing we need to do is go into this Spoonflower shop and update the patterns. I am new to designing patterns, pretty new, and I'm still learning a lot along the way. So I basically talked about this scaling problem that I'm having, and I uploaded all the designs not realizing there was a scaling issue. So I realized that I need to pick the scale first before designing, and that's not something that was made extremely obvious or important to me when I was learning. I'm taking these two patterns. This is Pearl from the Sea Whisper collection, and I'm replacing it with Sea Bubble down there at the bottom. There was an issue with scaling again in Spoonflower with Sea Bubble, and I tried to fix it and I couldn't fix it, so I just created a new pattern called Pearl. This is my hero print called Drift, and because of the issue in Spoonflower, I thought that I needed to rebuild this whole thing. I actually rebuilt it twice, and so I rebuilt it for the third time and uploaded it. You can see that here. And Spoonflower just has you verify that your print looks good. Yeah, so that's basically what I'm trying to do. I'm going back and forth between the Spoonflower shop and my patterns to see if I can get the scaling correct, because I made it very large thinking I could scale down, but for some reason the scale wasn't showing up appropriately in the photos for me to order the swatches. So I looked it up, and it says if you upload it at 300 DPI, it's basically going to double the size, and so you have to scale it down to 50%. So it says that you can change the way it'll print by using that scale. I was under the impression that when you scale it in Spoonflower, it only just changes the photo of how it looks in the photo, but when you actually order it, it's going to be the size that you uploaded it at. But that, what we just read, seems like not, that we can upload it, scale it there, and it should print at the scaled version. So I'm trusting Spoonflower. If you uploaded to Spoonflower and you know this scaling problem, let me know in the comments, because it's very frustrating and confusing, and I don't have anybody to talk to about this. Nobody, zero. So yeah, so if you know anything about this, let me know. So what I'm doing, you have to order a swatch for every pattern that you want to sell on Spoonflower, and you can order individual swatches, or you can fill a yard. I think this is what it's called, and you can get several. They have a couple different options. I picked the one with 12, and it was around $50, and then plus shipping and tax. So not cheap at all to get my patterns up and going, but worth the investment. Today we're going to just get in the sketchbook and get loose. Sometimes it's nice just to put paint on paper, especially when I'm super low energy. And most of the time I just want to paint. And sometimes I don't really want to have to come up with a new idea. So if I don't want to look for like brand new inspiration, sometimes I'll just do like a study of somebody else's work. It doesn't go anywhere. I don't sell it or show anybody. It's just for my sketchbook to practice and experiment. I felt really inspired by this Georgia O'Keeffe painting, which is really weird because red, yellow are not my color, not my vibes at all. But that painting is so gorgeous that I couldn't not be inspired by it, you know? So I just used some watercolor pencils to kind of do an outline, and then activated it with water. And then I'm just using some yellow and reds watercolor from Arteza. This sketchbook is not meant for mixed media or water, but I'm almost finished with it, so I'm just using it for everything right now. It's probably best for drawing media, but you know, it's fine. I actually really love the size of it. It's big, and I really enjoy that. So even though the paper quality is not meant for what I use it for, the size of it is good. So when it's time to buy new sketchbooks, I know that I need to buy very large ones. So I'm just really looking at the picture and just exploring and just painting loosely. I really love working in the sketchbook. Something about it just feels like safe. Like, I don't know. It doesn't matter what I do. It's a sketchbook, you know? That's what it's there for. I hear people talking about like they don't want to mess up their sketchbook, or they're like scared to break the blank page in a sketchbook, but luckily I haven't had that issue. One of the things that's challenging about doing surface pattern for me is so much computer work. So it's nice to, you know, get my hands in it and make it traditionally. I definitely prefer that. But it doesn't look anything like her painting, but it was still fun exercise to do. So if you don't know what to do and you need an idea, just find a painting that you really like and try to mimic it in your sketchbook. This is the last part of the video. We are working on the Coastal Daydream new collection, and I'm showing you what all I need to do still. The hero print is going to be hibiscus and plumeria, and then there's some other florals I need to look up to see the shapes of. I originally made a giant collection, and once I looked back at the collection, because I was just making patterns like general beachy pattern ideas, and I realized I had like 3 different collections in one collection. So I've split them apart. So Sea Whisper was the first part of that. Coastal Daydream is the second, and that's this collection. This is going to be more florals and palm leaves, seashells, waves, beach sand. So a couple of them I've already started from the last collection. I will need to update with the new color palette when we get that picked. But it's exciting. This one may end up being a mini collection too. We'll see when it comes to the pattern making. I was having art burnout for like 7 months, so I'm just trying to get back into my groove. So if I feel like making a full collection and it works out that way, cool. But if it's just a mini collection, I'm fine with that too. I'm happy just to be making art again. So I'm just making some thumbnail sketches of what I think the hero prints may look like, and just trying to remember like how to draw hibiscus and palm leaves and things and the different florals. So I'm using some Tombos here just because they're easy to grab and just like slap down color and kind of get a feel for some of the shapes. I don't really ever use Tombos, but this day they were there and hey, I grabbed them and we did it. So I think I've been like hopping up all over and I don't really have a great system yet. So I'm still kind of working on that too. And I think doing mini collections is a good way to like work on your system as well. You're not so overwhelmed. You know, you can kind of just hone it. So I'm just trying again because like I tried to make the thumbnails, but they didn't turn out great. So then I made the loose florals to try to loosen up. And now I'm going back and making the thumbnails again. And they turned out better this time. A little bit clearer idea of like which flowers I wanted on each pattern and which patterns I already had done. And I picked out, you know, some of the ones that were blenders and scattered, some that were half drops and more geometric. Thanks for hanging out with me and watching this vlog. If you enjoyed it, give me a like or a comment so I know you like this kind of content. Until next time, I'll see you in another video. Take care. Bye-bye now.